am mad. It's insane to me that in 2025, we are unironically seeing an uptick of young girls, of young kids, whose dream job is to become an OF bop, to the point where as soon as they turn 18 years old, they make an OF without even giving life a chance, but they also completely disregard the countless of irreversible consequences that having an OF will have on their lives. But honestly, who can blame them? It's unfortunately very common for teenagers nowadays to doom scroll on TikTok every single day for countless hours. And when you're a young, impressionable girl doing so, and you keep seeing Sophie Rain pop up on your feed constantly, well, it's hard for them not to look up to her, not to be envious of her. After all, she managed to print 43 million bucks with her OF by marketing herself as an 18-year-old Christian virgin.
I don't want anyone thinking that about me. I'm a Christian. Like, I know it's like, it seems odd. I'm doing, what did you call it? OnlyFans?
No, I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to religion, but I'm pretty sure that repentance is a big thing in Christianity. When you're literally out there shaking your booty juice for the world to see, and when you're literally making public statements about how promoting lust and being a bop doesn't conflict with Christianity because the Lord's very forgiving, that doesn't sound like Christianity to me. That sounds like hypocrisy. But I don't know though.
Not a lot of people online claim that they're virgin. I think that it's really awesome that I still am, and that I can show.
Yeah, she definitely capping. Let's ignore that for a second. I have zero respect and absolutely despise the countless simps who donate hundreds of dollars to these bops OFs and allow them to make this ridiculous amount of money in the first place. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go a step further and say the quiet part out loud because I genuinely believe that I'm not the only one to think this. Not only do I despise these desperate cucks for allowing these fatherless girls to succeed in the first place, but I especially despise these internet 304s and what they've done to the youth. Now, I already know I'm gonna get some nerd emojis in my comment section who will defend these 304s by saying stuff like,
"Don't hate the player, hate the game. You have to respect these girls for being hard workers and for hustling."
No, you brainwashed gooner. Not only am I gonna hate on the game, but I'm also gonna hate on these big bups, especially Sophie Rain. A lot of you guys might not be aware of Sophie Rain's dark side. And by Sophie Rain's dark side, no, I'm not talking about Sophie Rain's juice, but about her controversial rise to fame and about how she earned the 43 million bucks in the first place. You guys need to understand that Sophie Rain blew up by marketing herself towards kids. There's a reason she took her talents to TikTok after all. In fact, there's a reason why all bups in general are taking their talkery to mainstream social media platforms like YouTube or TikTok. Social media platforms that are dominated by kids. Because they understand that most of the potential profits nowadays, most of the potential new customers, are the kids and teenagers within those platforms. And make no mistake, they're very well aware of what they're doing. That's why you see Sophie Rain literally making goon bait videos targeted towards teenagers by dressing up as Spider-Man, who's one of the most popular superheroes among kids.
Alright, we are doing it. Since my TikTok got 100k likes, I promised you guys we would do another Spider-Man video, so we are gonna do it.
I mean, look at this. In Sophie Rain's video where she's literally dressed up as Spider-Bop, there's literally a kid asking,
"Where's the Spider-Man video, bro?"
"Hey, you what the?" Yo, I don't know about you guys, but that kid doesn't even look 5 years old to me. And then I just love how someone replied to that kid, OF. OF is where you can find a Sophie Rain Spider-Man video kid. Like, how is this normal, bruv? 2025, the year where bups are literally purposely attracting kids and funneling them into their OFs. And everyone's cool with it somehow. You are not gonna believe this, guys. So as I'm recording this, Sophie Rain just uploaded a brand new TikTok. And you know how failed abortions type first whenever they're early to a video in general? Well, we live in a world where we've got literal kids typing first or early in a course page. And why the fuck is this kid doing a duck face? Well, elevating Sophie Rain to gold star level is a little bit too generous. She's an OF bop, and that's all she'll ever be. Y'all need to wake up, bruv, because I genuinely feel like a lot of you guys are under a genjutsu or something. Because I could have sworn that sus people who deliberately coerce kids into partaking in sus activities are EDPs, are PDF files, and are diddies. But suddenly when it's girls vibrating their hairy yet and literally promoting gooning the kids and funneling them to their OFs, suddenly everyone's protecting them and saying, oh, look at them. They're just being smart businesswomen. They're hustling. Guys, stop hating. Hate the game, but don't hate the player. Make no mistake, if instead of Sophie Rain shaking that yet and promoting her OF to kids, it was Chris Tyson shaking that meat and promoting their OF to kids, everybody would be canceling them day one. Smash like and subscribe if you agree. Let's think with our brains and not with our macro peepees for a second. Seeing little kids desperately trying to find an OF video of a girl, seeing kids typing first or early in an OF girl's page is not normal. It's dystopian and absolutely creepy. I'm gonna say something that's obvious, but something that seems to be lost on a lot of people's minds. But I feel like sus content should be restricted to sus websites, or else this is what happens. Nothing good ever comes out of gooning. Ask this guy if you don't believe me. Oh wait, you can't. He dead because of goonicide. I feel nothing but disgust for Sophie Rain because a lot of teenagers look up to her, see the crazy amount of success that she's getting, and they become envious of her. To the point where we are literally seeing an increase in girls starting an OF as soon as they turn 18. I mean, bruv, look at this.
Will creating an OF affect future employment?
Mamans? If your employer Googles your name and he sees 50 BBCs next to your face, you is not getting the job. In fact, you might be giving a job to the employer for 50 bucks before heading out, but that's about it. But don't get it twisted. This is the kind of ignorant girl who looks up to Sophie Rain, who thinks that they're gonna make as much money as Sophie Rain if they make an OF, just to later realize that the majority of bops who start an OF make less than 100 bucks per week. However, the sus content you upload online is going to haunt you forever. Now, I already know I'm gonna get more nerd emojis who will sprint to my comment section and say stuff like,
What if she uses a fake name, huh?
well, that's exactly what Sophie Rain did. And let's be honest, if you have one brain cell, we all knew that Sophie Rain was a fake name. But even though Sophie managed to stay anonymous for 3 years, all it took was for one of the countless weirdo sims that she attracted to find her real name.
Sophie Rain is going viral and leaving people shocked for a very interesting reason. So just a few days ago, someone decided to do a deep dive on the background of Sophie Rain, and they ended up finding out Sophie Rain's real name but also her real age. They then posted a TikTok about it, also featuring old pictures of Sophie Rain from her childhood. And as you can see in this viral video, they wrote when she could have been 23-year-old Isabella Blair, but she chose to be 20-year-old Sophie Rain instead.
So as you can clearly see, even if you use a fake name on web, count on the desperate losers who pay you money to do whatever they can to find the real you. But not only did Sophie Rain's real name get exposed, but also one of her deepest secrets got uncovered. The guy who found Sophie Rain's sister, which helped him find Sophie's real name, also found a pic where Sophie's sister was celebrating Sophie Rain's birthday in 2023. And she wrote that Sophie was 21 at that time. And using basic math, this would mean that Sophie Rain is not 20 years old today, but is in fact 23, which would also mean that Sophie Rain didn't start OF when she was 18 or 19 years old, but she was actually 22 when she did. Now you might be asking yourself, why would someone lie about something so stupid? Well, that would be because Sophie is not stupid. Just like she purposely appealed and targeted kids with her gooner bait TikTok content to maximize profits, well, she also purposely marketed herself as an 18-year-old Christian virgin to appeal to the 40-year-old crusty neckbeards who are somehow into fresh 18-year-old meat. And now you're slowly starting to understand why the $40 million that she's made is blood money. Now, I've seen a lot of people feeling bad for her because her name got leaked, but I don't know, bro. I don't care if you call me insensitive, but someone who promotes literal gooner content to kids like this just to make more money, I'm not gonna feel bad for you, bro. Besides, you did this to yourself. If you're purposely marketing yourself in such a way that you attract as many 40-year-old creeps as possible, then don't be surprised if one of those creeps ends up doing creepy things. Now, in case you still feel bad for Sophie Rain and think that she's a victim, well, don't worry, because it gets even worse. If purposely targeting gooner content towards kids isn't creepy enough for you, let's talk about the Bop House. In simple terms, the Bop House is a group co-founded by Sophie Rain where it's a bunch of bops living in a house. Now, let me preface this by saying that I firmly believe that all top 1% OF creators are mentally ill, especially the OF creators inside of the Bop House. Take Bop member Camilla, for example, a Bop who infamously grew her OF by using her own little brother, who's a kid, in order to promote it.
As my brother, now how does it feel that your sister has an OF?
Well, if it's taking me this far to Disneyland, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. And I still don't know what my friends mean if it's pink.
You will never know, buddy. But hey, subscribe. Let's see where it can take us.
And that's the kind of mentally ill bop that's living inside of that house. Also, I love how she literally has a podcast with her little brother where she literally stretches her legs wide open with her meow meow facing her little brother. Like,
I don't know why you're so set on going to college. Like, just don't, be an entrepreneur like me and be successful that way.
Entrepreneur?
wow, guys. What an amazing sister. Telling her kid brother to drop out and make an OF as soon as he turns 18. But yo, this is making me mad. She's out there opening her legs in front of her little brother, like wide open, and she's out there getting praise. She's out there getting called a hustler, a smart businesswoman. But if I open my legs a little bit too much in a subway in front of a grandma, I'm getting one Me Too statement, I'm getting one restraining order, and I'm getting my micro PP snip. But the thing that creeps me out the most about Sophie Rain and the Bop House is how they try to recruit Piper Rockelle, a 17-year-old girl, for an entire month to the Bop House. Like, there are so many videos of Piper collabing with these 304s, and it's just weird to see. Like, you got this one weird video where bops are literally wearing more clothes than Piper. It's unhinged. Like, who even thought this would be a good idea? Seeing stuff like this confirms to me that Sophie Rain targeting kids with her content was 100% intentional. I personally don't care if you're making gooner content, if you're making sus content, but never involve kids. Because in my book, that's pedophile behavior. Whether you're a guy doing it, or whether you're a girl like Sophie Rain doing it.